Vince Carter may be a grandfather in NBA years, and I have no idea if he's actually dunked a basketball this season, but I'm still gonna say that he's the best dunker of the Memphis Grizzlies, because he's Vince Carter, and it seems like a decent enough way to start this video. I appreciate the fact that Vince Carter, Paul Pierce, and Dirk are all hanging around from the same draft class. I wonder which one of them is gonna hang on for the longest. Now if we move on to the Milwaukee Bucks, that's gonna be Giannis. And I just saw footage recently of him getting the ball at half court, taking one dribble, stepping twice, and then dunking from nearly the free throw line. The guy's actually a cheat code at, nearly 7 feet tall with point guard abilities. It's ridiculous. Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. I could have given this to Gerald Green, but I didn't feel like it. I feel like that's a good enough reason for you. Plus, I do think Jaylen, he just brings more excitement when he dunks it on someone's head, which I don't know if he's done at all, but we're going to go with him anyway. Blake Griffin has definitely dunked on a few people's heads in his career. Rest in peace, Timofey Mozgov. His athleticism has declined a little bit due to injuries and stuff, but you better still be afraid if he's rolling to the basket. LeBron James, who just hugged the referee because he's a nice guy. I've never met him, but I have to assume he's a nice dude. He's also the best sub-tweeter ever, and he's still one of the best dunkers as well as most physical players in the NBA today. Justin Anderson, recently acquired by the Philadelphia 76ers. He can get up there, man. No doubt about it. I could have given this one to Embiid, but he just kind of stole it from him at the last minute. Hopefully he becomes something for the Sixers. Jimmy Butler, who has won every single one of these for the Bulls so far. 3-point shooting, defense, dunking. But given Chicago's situation, are we really that surprised by that one? Dwight Howard for the Atlanta Hawks. Listen, I like Dwight, okay? I know his stock has plummeted, but he's still a pretty decent NBA player who does goofy celebrations. I mean, what the hell was he trying to do, fly up court like that? I mean, look at this one more time. Dwight, what is that? Please explain that one to me. Now, it sucks that I have to say that Kevin Durant is going to be out for the next month at least with an injury. It's just too bad, man. Injuries are never fun for anybody involved. And we'll just see how the Warriors do replacing him. But KD can still throw down when he's healthy, so he's going to be here. And then there's going to be John Wall wearing number 2, so that's a good look. The reason that John Wall and Kevin Durant were in practice mode, I have no reason for it whatsoever. I think I was towards the end of recording and I was like, screw it, I don't feel like doing a quick game. I want this to be easy. Some insider info for you on that one. Damian Lillard, or Damian Trillard, which might be his rapper name, but I'm pretty sure it's not his rapper name. I guess he's pretty decent when it comes to his skills on the mic, which is nice, and I think I rhymed accidentally there, which would be very ironic. Zach LaVine, or Zach Levine, although I think Vine is done, so maybe that nickname doesn't work anymore. His offensive game has progressed way more than I thought it would. His shooting has been awesome. I look forward to him coming back from his injury. And rest in peace, Eric Bledsoe, on this dunk by Westbrook. My goodness. You will notice that I used that for the thumbnail, so that's a cool thing. Westbrook averaging a triple-double with 30 points a game. An absolute joke of a season. And something tells me he's going to be maintaining this for the next couple of years. Derek Jones Jr., I believe, of the Phoenix Suns, who was recently in the dunk contest. That dunk contest sucked, man. NBA's got to do something about that thing. But he can still have some theatrics when he jumps into the air at the rim. Kawhi Leonard, who apparently still drives his car or van before he actually got paid a bunch of money for being in the NBA. I respect that, and at the same time I go, the hell is wrong with you, man? Get a frickin' BMW or something. Clint Capella. I had no idea who to pick for the Rockets, so I just went with him. I mean, James Harden can't really dunk. I mean, he can, but you know what I mean. Trevor Ariza, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. DeRozan of the Raps. I think I'm a little more confident in this one. They just recently traded away Terrence Ross. The hell am I talking about? So I guess DDR wins this one. Shout out to him. Who the hell's next on this thing? Well, it's the Pistons because they're playing the Pistons in the footage. Drummond is, I don't know. He's pretty good. He's pretty damn good when it comes to rolling to the rim on a pick and roll, whether it be putting back an offensive rebound or just catching an alley-oop or rolling to the rim. He's great when it comes to that department of basketball. Anthony Davis is similar. although you could probably make the argument that he's the most athletic big guy in the NBA today. There might be somebody else that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but it very well could be him. I mean, he really moves like a shooting guard with his speed and quickness and all that. Glenn Robinson III, another behind-the-scenes thing. It took me like 900 tries to get him to finally dunk. I scored like 30 points with him in this quick game before he finally dunked it over Anthony Davis. So that's cool. Will Barton, and I congratulate him for being the only guy to dunk off of an isolation in this video. Actually, that's not true. Damian Lillard did it like 30 seconds ago. Well, this is awkward. He's a pretty good player. The Nuggets are loaded at all positions. I would like to see him on a different team where he had more opportunity. Now we got Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, who I think could fill in a role of like an Iman Shumpert for a winning team. Perhaps someone would be willing to give the Nets a pick or two or something for him. Maybe they would just want to hold on to him for his potential. I don't really know. Now for the Dallas Mavericks, I could have given this to Nerlens Noel, given that he is my favorite player in the history of the NBA. But I went with Harrison Barnes because, I don't know, this dunk looks really cool, so I'm hoping that it makes my point for him over the flat top of Nerlens. Now we have Blake Griffin's son, of Aaron Gordon, who's 22 years old, came into the NBA as a power forward. Frank Vogel said he could be the next Paul George, which is entirely incorrect, but I still think he can be a very good player if he's finally playing the right position and all that good stuff. The Zinger, the Latvian gangbanger, the guy who hits up models on Instagram and they reply back to him. Porzingis is just winning in life right now, man. I was thinking of giving this to Carmelo Anthony, but I saw a clip of Porzingis dunking on Dwight Howard, so I guess he wins that one. The Lakers got themselves a jumper with Larry Nance Jr. For a while, I was saying he could be like the best role player ever, and I do still believe that he can be an awesome sixth man for them, given his fundamentals and all that, but he can also throw down, which is always a nice look for the LA purple and gold Rudy Gobert. Now, unfortunately, Joe Ingles, who came very close to winning this thing over Rudy Gobert, is not going to be the guy for the Jazz. It's too bad, because we all know how great he is, but it was a close competition, but you gotta give it to the big man. Ben McLemore, who can hopefully start to become a scorer in the NBA, or someone who just won't get swiped by Kawhi Leonard. Seriously, if you saw those clips at the beginning of the year where Kawhi just straight up took the ball out of McLemore's hands, it was ugly, man. I'm surprised he's still in the NBA after that one. I would have retired right on the spot. MKG, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, basically the best version of a Rondae Hollis-Jefferson type of guy. The Hornets ended up sucking this season, so I was wrong on that one. I think part of it was Cody Zeller's injury, but hey, whatever happens, man, the NBA is tough sometimes. Finally, Hassan Whiteside. I didn't give this to Justice Winslow, and also when Whiteside dunks, this 2K glitches, which usually means that they're a pretty good dunker, right? I don't frickin' know.